In a rugged region of steep valleys and iron-gray skies, there stood a foreboding mountain said to be home to 5 towering giants. These creatures, called the Bergersar, were the terror of the neighboring farmsteads. Huge and ravenous, they stole sheep in the dark hours, devoured wayward travelers, and once in a great while even plucked a shepherd from the hillside. No warrior who ventured up the slopes ever came back, and no amount of prayer or blessing could drive the giants away. At last, fearful farmers chose a grim bargain. If they herded their older livestock, too weak to fight or flee, up to the giant's domain, the Bergersar would usually stay clear of the villages below. Yet one winter arrived colder than any could recall. The farms lost so many animals to the icy winds and endless snowfall that not a single family could spare even an aged goat, let alone enough sheep to feed 5 colossal giants. Desperation took hold. Huddled around flickering hearths, the farmers debated what else they could offer. At last, they seized upon a terrible plan: send their outcasts and beggars, those too frail or impoverished to work, up to the mountain. Perhaps sacrificing human lives would keep the giants sated, at least until spring broke the savage cold. Among those fated to be sent away was a little girl named Anna. Orphaned and blind from birth, she lived as a burden in one of the local farmhouses. Unable to work the fields or tend the goats, she was given only scraps of food. Her brown hair, uncombed for months, was often tangled with bits of straw. Most folk ignored her, believing her blindness made her useless. They knew nothing of her hidden gift. Anna could see both the past and the future as clearly as others might see the morning sun. This special vision warned her of what the farmers planned. Days before their departure, she sensed they would lead the unwanted up the winding, ice-laden trail and abandon them at the mouth of the giant's cave. When the thunderous footsteps and heavy breathing of the Bergersar approached, those unlucky souls would have nowhere to hide. Anna could not simply wait to meet that fate. Slipping out into the cold darkness on the last night before the forced journey, she made her way to the small stable behind the farmer's house. With nimble hands, she found the reins of the farmer's pony, a short, shaggy creature left half-starved that winter. Anna pressed her cheek against the pony's neck, murmuring softly, "Carry me up the mountain where the giants dwell. We must face them on our own terms." Though nearly as feeble as Anna, the pony obeyed, picking its way through drifting snow under a moonless sky. The journey was perilous, for the paths were crusted with ice, and the wind raged through the passes. Yet the pony persevered, guided by Anna's gentle touch. Near dawn, they arrived at a yawning cave entrance high on the mountainside. Bones littered the ground, pale in the scant light, mute testimony to countless stolen lives. The bitter reek of decay clung to the rocky air, and silence hung so thick that Anna could almost hear her own heartbeat echo off the cave walls. Dismounting, Anna patted the pony's flank. "Thank you for bringing me here," she whispered. She sent the loyal animal away, for to keep it near would be to feed it to the giants, if indeed she survived this encounter at all. Alone, feeling the chill of stone beneath her feet, Anna raised her voice and called out, "I know there are 5 among you, yet you were 6 before. Where is your brother, Bolmer?" Her words carried into the cavern like a distant song, and soon a deep, grating voice boomed back. "In Bolmer fell fighting the humans. And Bolmer lies dead. Who speaks of him now?" Slowly, a massive shape lumbered forward, eyes like smoldering coals. "I am Dunmer, eldest of my brothers. Answer me, child, how do you know of Bolmer?" Anna stood steadfast, though fear pressed upon her. "I am Anna," she said. "I'm only a human child, yet I see all that was and all that will be. My blindness spares me nothing in this world or the next." At that, Dunmer's giant nostrils flared. "A prophetess, are you? If you lie, we will eat you. But if your powers are real, you may yet live." The walls of the cave shook with his growl. "Prove your sight. Tell me our names, mine and those of my 4 brothers." Without hesitation, Anna spoke. "Yours is Dunmer, lord of the cavern, who wakes first and speaks. Your brothers are Funmer, Volmer, Murmur, and Lurmer, now asleep in the deeper chambers." The giant's eyes gleamed with surprise. Anna continued, "Still you doubt me, so ask me what you will. I see past, present, and future." Dunmer rumbled, "I have buried a treasure at the foot of this mountain, a secret known to none." "Describe it." "Gold," Anna declared, "ain't old that doubles in size whenever the sun's rays touch it at dawn." The giant's laughter rolled like thunder. "Truly you are a seer. None but I knew that secret. One question remains, how will I meet my end?" Anna drew a quivering breath. she sensed danger coiling in the darkness. Funmur, your brother, covets your gold, and his greed runs deep. He will strike you down. No sooner had she spoken than a ragged roar echoed from the recesses of the cavern. The other giants stirred, each realizing that with Bulmer gone, they might steal Dunmer's trove of ever-growing gold. In the choking gloom of the cave, the giants clashed, roaring and hurling boulders in a frenzy of betrayal. Too huge and enraged to notice the slender girl who had sowed truth among them, they fought until not one of the 5 remained alive. Their colossal bodies collapsed with such force that it seemed the very mountain trembled. When Anna finally emerged from the shadows and set off down the trail, the rising sun lit the path she had once climbed in darkness. Halfway down the mountain, she met a group of farmers struggling up the slope with the outcast they intended to abandon. Anna called out to them, "Turn back. You need not sacrifice anyone. The giants are gone." Stunned, the farmers halted in disbelief. Some recognized Anna, the blind girl, and recoiled in fear. If she was powerful enough to slay 5 giants, surely she could punish their cruelty. Word spread like wildfire through every valley. The girl who could see the hidden truths had overcome the dreaded Bergersar. Never again would farmers dare to cast out the weak and helpless, lest another Anna rise against them. Not long thereafter, Anna found that her physical sight returned, albeit at the cost of her second vision. She no longer glimpsed what had been or what would be, yet she did not mourn the loss. In time, her eyes beheld the world in vivid hues she had only imagined in darkness, and she vowed to champion those who still languished in poverty or fear. Through every deed and word, she reminded the people that sometimes it takes a different kind of sight, the sight of courage and compassion, to banish the shadows that giants cast across the land. And so, in the cold mountain country, a blind girl named Anna proved that even the mightiest evil can be toppled when the powerless find the strength to stand firm, guided by vision no ordinary eyes can see.